Hey, good morning YouTube, hello subscribers. I hope all is well. It is Wednesday. Let me put this hood down. There you go. It is Wednesday morning. I am currently in Colorado. So let me let you guys know what happened for the couple days that I've missed. As you saw, I got unloaded with those steel pipes over in Pueblo, Colorado. From there, I ended up bouncing, which is driving empty. Deadhead, other people call it. We call it bouncing. Took that up, went up to north of Denver, just north of Denver, just a little bit. I would call it North Denver actually, and picked up a load of insulation that went up to South Dakota. Well, this insulation needed to be tarped, which was okay. The place that you picked up at, they actually have a forklift with an attachment on it that could get the tarp over the insulation for you, which is okay. Done it before, been there, done that. Got it all strapped up, got it all bungeed up. I actually finished up my securement and tarping faster than two guys from other companies that were loaded and out of the bays before me. So I was kicking butt and taking names, ordering body bags and toe tags. And so got that done, but here's the situation. The winds were excruciating. They were just blowing like you couldn't believe from Colorado up to South Dakota. I mean, you saw in Pueblo when I did that last video, it was pretty windy. I had that the entire way. It was actually it was kind of scary. I never at one time felt like my truck was gonna tip or anything like that. But I tell you, that was the highest winds that I've ever driven through. It was the highest load, and probably the most dangerous load that I could be driving on a flatbed in those winds, which is a very high profile load and a very light load. And so thankfully I made it over there safely. I delivered to an Air Force base in South Dakota. And thanks to my ingenuity, I know for sure they don't have parking. So I ended up using Google Maps. I looked around them and I found a company that is nearby that does have some space where I could possibly fit my truck. And so I ended up calling the number, ended up reaching out to, I left a message. Who leaves messages anymore? This old guy does, apparently. But it worked. Chris, big shout out to you. Thank you for your hospitality. So yes, that was foreshadowing there. Thanks to this guy named Chris who called me back. He actually owns a trucking company himself, and he appreciated my ingenuity and my kindness on the way I asked if I could park on his property. He said yes, no problem. I told him, hey, there won't be any evidence that I was ever there. No pee bottles, no trash, maybe some tire tracks in the dirt. That's about it. So he was totally cool with that. I told him the time I was going to get there, roughly the time I was going to leave. And very cool guy. Chris, thanks again. Well, this is the situation now. I got that insulation. I got to go get it unloaded in the wind. The winds are still howling like crazy. And I'm thinking, how in the world am I going to fold these tarps all by myself? And fortunately, big time fortunately, the Air Force Base had a big crew that was there. I'm picking up this screw out of the ground, or off of the parking spot here. Don't want anybody to get a pop tire. Anyways, they had a huge crew over there that was helping me roll straps, was helping me pick up edge protectors, helping me take off bungees, helping me fold the tarps. It was fantastic. So big shout out to that crew over there, and that was awesome. I was not so lucky where I picked up this in Wyoming. So after getting unloaded over there at that Air Force base in South Dakota, I had to bounce 240 miles all the way down to Wyoming. I say all the way down, it's a neighboring state, but still 240 miles. Picked up this stuff, which is pelletized charcoal in bags and it needed to be tarped. Well, they didn't have a huge crew to help me out. They didn't have somewhere inside where I can be hidden from the wind. No, I had to do this all myself. It's probably the ugliest ugliest tarp job I've ever done. But all things considering, that wind howling at 40, 50 miles an hour, this was a dang good job. It was not easy. I had to do the back tarp first, which you always tarp the back anyways first, but I completely bungeed and tarped the back first. Usually when I got two tarps, I'm not putting bungees on the bottom tarp on the inside here, but I've got bungees on the inside holding that down just because the wind was howling so much that it kept on flying everywhere. So I had to do that. And then after I got that on, I had to get the back or the front one on, which was even harder because the wind was blowing that away and the tarp kept on flying almost on top of my truck. Thankfully that did not happen, but it came close a couple times. So it was pretty intense, but thankfully was able to get it done, and it is not a pretty tarp job. Well, this load is going down to Houston, Texas. So I'm currently on a 2-day run. I'm doing a split log and trying to make it down there to decent time on Thursday. I would love to get there by tomorrow night or tonight, but I've got 880 miles to drive. I'm not going to be able to make that tonight. That is just too far on 11 hours of driving. Did you guys hear my voice screech on that? Yeah, I did. So it's going to get delivered early Thursday morning, probably in the neighborhood of 8:30, 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning, depending on what kind of traffic I hit in Dallas. Hopefully none, fingers crossed for you guys. That would be it. So yeah. Oh, so kind of cool. This load does go through Amarillo, Texas. And in Amarillo, Texas is the Big Texan Steakhouse. Went there a couple of times with my last trainee, and I'm going to take the opportunity and go there again today. It's about 230 some odd miles from here, about 4 hours and 30 minutes. And it's going, I didn't want to spend any money this week on food. I've been eating all my food in my truck, try to save a penny or two. However, I got to take advantage of that steakhouse. It is so good. You guys ever go through Amarillo, Texas, make an effort to stop at the Big Texan Steakhouse. The prices are great. The service is good. For a steakhouse, you can't beat the prices at all, and you're going to get very good steaks. They take pride in everything they do. It is fantastic. So go check it out. Well, I'm going to go eat over there today for lunch. I got to spend 2 hours there since I'm running a split. I might attempt their 72-ounce steak challenge. I might, I don't know. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, I'm gonna get this load on down to Houston after that, and yeah, just rock and roll. So anyways, thank you guys so much for subscribing. Thank you for liking my videos and watching. Also, any of you truckers out there that need things, anybody new to TMC, that you need an edge protector pole, you need a navigation system, you need anything, check out my Amazon page. It's on my link in my on my YouTube channel, and it's also on the description of this video. Click on that link, go buy yourself something cool, and I'll get a commission for it. All right. Hey, other than that, you guys, you know what to do. Smile. You got a great one.